welcome back to Grace.Filled Reads. I'm so excited to be back with another video, and I've got a lot of exciting things going on. As you can see, I've got a new background, so that means I have redone my space. So I'm really excited about that. So in this video, I'm going to share 3 things with you guys. I am going to share a small library haul. I am going to share some books that I was able to thrift, and I'm going to share some happy mail. So I'm so excited to get started with this video. I just want to take the time to tell you guys thank you so much for just loving me, making me feel welcome and at home. And I started this booktube in August, and I tell you, in less than 2 months, you guys have been phenomenal for me. I think I've got an email the other day that said we had over 500 views, and I made it over 100 subscribers. So I'm so excited for that. So thank you so much for that. I'm gonna get this video started with some happy mail, and I'm so excited. And this is from Amanda. I love Amanda. I always talk about her. She has a special place in my heart because before I even knew her, she shared me in her on her comments page, on her community tab, and it just meant so much to me that she would be so nice to a stranger. And she, if I have a question, she answers it. Of course, she has all the best books and reviews and TBRs and stuff. So she's one that you definitely don't want to miss. But she had a giveaway, and of course, I, entered it. And I was the winner, and I cannot believe it because y'all just don't know. I really ever win anything. And so I'm like, Lord, I'm so thankful. So she brought it in this really beautiful bag that's green. Sorry, it's got a thread that's sticking there. And green is my favorite color. It's my birthstone, it's my favorite color. So I'm all excited about the bag and how I can use it again. And she's got some goodies. Oh my goodness, I love stuff like this. It says, when the Spirit of truth comes, he will guide you into all truth. For he will not speak on his own, but he will speak whatever he hears, and he will declare to you what is to come. And this one just has something on the back as well. Oh, this is so beautiful. It's so me. I love flowers. How did you know? But do justly, love mercy, and walk humbly. And this is one of my favorite scriptures. So I don't know how you knew, Amanda, but you knew. Christy, thank you for your sweet words and support on my channel. So thankful you won my giveaway and that you started the channel. Blessings. Your sister in Christ, Amanda. All this is just so darling, and I keep books and ephemera, and like I'm a cardstock, I just love all the things. I'm a scrapbooker. I'm a planner girl. She's got some planner sheets, and she knows me well because, hello, she sent the florals, and your girl was a flower farmer with flowers and things all over the place. So I am really excited. But I know, as excited as I am about the paper, I know y'all really want to know what she sent me, and this is what I want. Beneath the Bending Sky by Jane Kristychawkins. I think that's how you say it. And so I am going to probably read this in November. I think this will be my November reads because October's already began and I already got my TBR for that, but I am super, super excited, and I cannot wait to come back and share what I think about this and all the things. But this says bound by duty and loosed by destiny. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about what I was able to purchase because I purchased a few things. Can you believe it? So this one says Evie Drake Starts Over. It just seemed like it was a good book, and for 50 cents, I was like, yeah. It says, in a sleepy seaside town in Maine, recently widowed Evie Drake rarely leaves home almost a year after her husband's death. Everyone thinks grief has kept her locked inside, and Evie doesn't correct them. Meanwhile, in New York City, former Major League pitcher Dean Tinney is wrestling with a downward turn in his career. As the media storm heats up, an invitation from an old friend to stay in Maine seems like a chance to hit the reset button on Dean's future. When he rents an apartment at the back of Evie's house, the two make a deal. Dean won't ask about Evie's husband, and Evie won't ask about Dean's career. Rules, though, have a way of begging to be broken, and what starts as an unexpected friendship soon turns into something more. And to move forward, Evie and Dean must have to reckon with their past, the friendships they've damaged, the secrets they kept. But in life, as in baseball, there's always a chance up until the last out. 50 cents. I thought it was a cute, simple, small read. This one says Nora Roberts' First Impressions. It says expecting Escaping the rat race and lure of gold-digging women, wealthy businessman Vance moves to a small rural retreat, telling the folks town that he's an out-of-work carpenter. All he wants is peace, quiet, and to keep away from women. So the last thing he needs is a charitable neighbor, especially a beautiful, gracious, and persistent neighbor of the female persuasion. But there's something about Shane that he just can't ignore. Vance is certain his cover-up will stop his lovely neighbor from getting too friendly, but Shane is determined to break down his resilience. Vance has been burned once, so only a fool would fall for the same innocent act twice. And he's no fool, but he has no idea how relentless Shane can be when it comes to a helping hand or a loving heart. I just thought, yes, 50 Cent, yes, take me 50 Cent. And the last one is The Pilot's Wife. And this was an Oprah book club, and I've never actually read any of her Oprah book clubs, I don't think. A pilot's wife is taught to be prepared for the late night knock at the door, but when Catherine receives word that a plane flown by her husband Jack has exploded near the coast of Ireland, she confronts the unfathomable, one startling revelation at a time. Soon drawn into a maelstrom of publicity fueled by rumors that Jack led a secret life, Catherine seeks out to learn who her husband really was, whatever that knowledge might cost. Her search propels this taut and passionate novel as it movingly explores the question, how well can we ever really know another person? Listen, you had me already. I'm done. So speaking of this Anita Shreve, this is the end of that section, but hold on, I want to go now into my library haul, and I have, give me just 1 second. I found it. It's called Light on the Snow, and so she's the same author. So I'm like, yeah, the first one sounded good, so I wanted to try this. And this one says, snowshoeing over crust snow in the woods near their home, 12-year-old Nikki Dilly and her father come up upon something shocking. There in the pristine winter scene, an abandoned baby wails. Its survival made only possible by the coincidence of having chosen this path for late afternoon Adam. You want to come say hi, Kit? Or Cat. In the days and weeks that followed, Nikki glimpsed corners of the adult world that she has never dreamed exist. As she follows the fate of the baby girl and talks to the police officer assigned to investigate it, Nikki for the first time asks questions about her life's strange shape. Why has her father moved them to this isolated New England farmhouse? How can they come to terms with the tragedy that left them behind? And how can she bridge the chases in between the needs of her and her growing sense of the world? So there's a little bit more, but I'm going to stop there. It just seemed like that would be another great book as well. So that is the first book that I went ahead and I got from the library. Cat doesn't want to come. I know I do read a lot of historical fictions, a lot of fiction and things like that, but I saw these there and I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and give these a go. I'm not 100% sure the order these go into, but nonetheless, I just thought that these would be a fun little read. It seems like I probably could just get all of them done in a weekend if I wanted to. Okay, yeah, sometimes they have like, they tell you like what's next in the series and all that stuff. So it's called The Inn at Seagrass. This is by Rachel Hanna. Oh, book 4, it says it there. Come on, Christy, right there. All you gotta do is read. So I actually have not read any of her books before, so I'm excited to see that. Okay, so let's start over. So The Beach House. And then next is, maybe should I read the, tell me. Let's read it. Let's do it. You guys are here because you love books. Let's do it. She's 43 years old and she's starting over. How did this happen? She has 2 growing daughters. Now she and her husband, empty nesters, were moving to a beach house until he showed up late one night and tore their marriage apart. A secret life, a different woman, another family, left alone. She has to start again. And then her estranged sister and mother gets thrown into the mix. When she buys a house on a small Carolina island, will she learn what life is really about, or will she really find out that some relationships can never be mended? So that's part 1. Part 2 is Sunset and Second Chances. And so no one knows Dixie's son is standing there on Christmas Day, no less, and he doesn't look happy. Dixie is keeping a big secret that will shake up everything around her. Julie's daughter, Carlene, is coming home for a visit, but she's not alone. Janie makes a new friend, but nobody's thrilled about it. Julie and Dawson question their budding relationship. Will they move forward or decide that being friends is the best way to go? There's so much happening on this little island, including the return of Julie's ex-husband and a shocking surprise at the end. These covers are beautiful. Book 3 Fireflies and family ties. Meg is showing up. She has to break some news. She's coming home from France and pregnant at 19 years old. This isn't where she saw her life going. Now trying to hide her growing belly and figure out her next decision, she moves in with her mother, sister, and aunt on Seabreeze Island. But how can she keep her pregnancy a secret? And what happens if another surprising person shows up on the front door of Julie's house? So in this third installation of the Carolina Sunset series, you get to read Meg's story, see more of Dawson and Julie's story unfold, and of course, Janie, William, Colin, and Dixie will be there too. But what will happen when a woman from Dawson's past shows up and might just throw a kink in his relationship with Julie? And the last one I have, but it's not the last one in the series. I just figured I'd do 4 at a time. I think it's like 7 or 8, but this one is called The Inn at Seagrass. And this one says there's always something, you know, they got the library code, so I suppose it says there's always something to look forward to. But it says William gets a job offer and has a big decision to make. Dawson has a huge announcement. Colleen gets the shock of her life. Julie's adjustment to being a grandmother. Meg and Christian start building a life together. Someone unexpected comes to town and decides not to leave. As always, Seagrove is full of drama, surprises, and heartwarming moments. So I just thought this would be something cute and fun. I do love these little light, cute, fun reads. I don't know if my TBRs and things have been reflective of that yet, because I did do a big birthday haul, and so those books were particular books, so I've been just focusing on those. But I love all. I'm here for it all day. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. So next up, no, I've already said that. So next up is Mary Monroe, Empty Vows. Okay, Mary Monroe, Empty Vows. I don't know about this, but it says 40-something widow Jessie Tucker is beloved throughout Lexington, Alabama for her kind heart and endless generosity. But she feels as past time she rewards herself, especially when upstanding Hubert Wagan tragically loses his wife and son. Making herself indispensable, yet discouraged by Herbert's lack of romantic interest, Jessie cooks up a deception she knows will pivot Herbert to do right by her. Hoax or not, Herbert couldn't be happier. The passionate self he's long hidden from everyone has a new, much riskier secret love, and the unexpected second Miss Wiggins will help him maintain his ever devout image in the community. But when Herbert is not the ardent lover Jessie has always dreamed she was, she turns her desires to a handsome younger man, Conway. Suddenly, the good church wife can't resist temptation after all, and someone is watching. Conway's new girlfriend and Jessie's longtime rival. Now Blondine has the perfect opportunity to arrest Jessie, destroy her reputation, drive her out of town, and become the real wife Herbert should have all along. In one shattering night, Jessie, Blondine, and Herbert will each go too far, and their word of deception threatens to drag them under for good. They have only one chance to erase the past and claim everything they've ever wanted if their secrets don't destroy them first. So, I thought that might be a really good read. And I have 2 books left, and that wraps up this video. And these are both by Francine Rivers. I just finished, hold on, Lonnie. I just finished her masterpiece, and oh, I thought that was such a good book. So I saw this Bridge to Haven by Francine Rivers. It says in 1950 Hollywood, Lena Scott is the hottest rising star since Marilyn Monroe. If you know her real name, it's Abra. To Pastor Ezekiel Freeman, Abra will always be the little girl who stole his heart at the night he found her, a wailing newborn abandoned on a bridge in the outskirts of Havana. Zeke and his son Joshua watch her grow into beauty, but Zeke knows the circumstances surrounding her birth etched scars deep in her heart. Abra quickly learned what's expected of an ambitious girl in Hollywood with stars in her eyes, but fame comes at an awful price. She has burned every bridge to get what she thought she wanted, and now all she wants is her way back home. Okay, that sounds like a good read. And the last one is Her Mother's Hope. And this one says, near the turn of the 19th century, fiercely Martha is torn between her father's declaration that she'll never be more than a servant and her mother's encouragement that chases her dreams. Determined to fulfill her mother's hope, Marta leaves home for a better life. Young and alone, she earns her way with a series of housekeeping and cooking jobs that bring her ever close to the dream of owning an inn. Heartbreaking news from home strengthens Martha's resolve as she moves to England and eventually Canada. There she meets the handsome Nicholas, a man just as committed as she to forging a better life in a new place. But nothing has prepared her for the sacrifices she must make for their marriage and motherhood as she travels first to the Canadian wilderness and finally to the dusty Central Valley of California to raise her family. Martha's hope is to give her children a better life, but experience has taught her that only the strong survive. Her tough love is often misunderstood, especially by her daughter, her oldest daughter, who craves her mother's acceptance. Amid the drama of the World War II, Hadel falls in love and begins a family of her own. But unexpected and tragic events force his mother and daughter to face their own shortcomings and the ever-widening chasm that threatens to separate them forever. So I've got some really cool books that I'm going to be reading over here. So I'm excited about that. My daughter keeps asking to say hello. So I know it's not really part of Booktube, but come on and say hi.
Hi.
Come over here so they can see you. And then you can go back and finish your tea book.
Hi.
Okay. So that's my baby girl. So yeah, that is it for this video. I got my library haul, some Happy Mail, and some books that I have hauled. So I'm really curious. Have you guys read any of these books so far? Like, tell me what you think. So I'm super excited about that. Comment and chat with me, below, so I can know and maybe even think about like which ones I should read first. Honestly, I'm thinking that I'll read the library ones first since I have like a month, even though I can extend it on these, and then I'll head into the other ones. This month I'm doing like series and different things like that, and next month I'll just be reading my shelves, and I'll be able to get more of these other ones in there. But anyway, I like to say here on this channel, read another book, and blessings.
Give it thumbs up and subscribe.
If you haven't already, would you do me a favor? Would you subscribe to this video? Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. My favorite are pink hearts. If you leave a pink heart for Kalani, that would just be really sweet. If you leave 2 hearts, one for me and one Kalani, oh my goodness, that would be phenomenal.
Bye.